Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the New York Giants. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's got some space here. And running with power here. How did he stay on his feet? A big pickup of 38. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. It's complete to Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Williams.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And Carr's going to keep it himself. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Carr keeps it on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful for the yard out, and the Giants are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. Ryan. Flushed out right. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. They're, boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. The give is to Jones. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And some room to maneuver. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Kamara with a first down run, but he's unable to get back to the line of scrimmage as the push-up field is strong defensively. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Running right, Jones. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. These two teams all tied after 1. to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's Jackson. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan.
And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
That was not... Nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Ryan. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. A give to Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 29, Ryan.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Now Jones. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This is Jones. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On second down now, it's Jones. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. On third and goal, Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. In his own end zone, it's Carr.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
So still 14 yards to go, second down.
Carr now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Carr on the bootleg. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. Touchdown, Giants. Cameron Brate, 45 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable, so they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw again on second down, Ryan, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. A sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. There he goes, right side. 30, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-7. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Having only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week one, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They'll run it with Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to look deep now for Landry. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They run it again with Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing his car on third down. It's Williams on the catch. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw his car. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. Here's Carr. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Got his man. It's Williams.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Williams loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They'll run it with Kamara. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
And he is in. Touchdown, Giants.
Alvin Kamara
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Giants are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Ryan. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards on the catch and run. A first down from the shotgun. Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 more yards there and another first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
To throw again is Ryan. And he's got it. Touchdown, Broncos. Aaron Jones. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he's going to be met at about the 43. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Giants on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Catch is made. It's Harmon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Here's Ryan. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. On first down, Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw is Ryan. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Jones.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. On second and goal, Ryan eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Matt Ryan, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
And some room to roam now. The way in. Touchdown, New York.
Alvin Kamara.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Giants are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view.
He's got a man, complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Ryan going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Past midfield, look out. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. On On second down, Kamara. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
And Carr's going to keep it himself. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason.